How's it going? Welcome back. It is your boy Jonathan. Now I am going to be going over the Bitcoin cycle because we have new data. And what does new data mean? Well, it means we get a better picture of the coming next swings. Now, if you don't want to hear any sort of sales pitch, if you don't want to be involved in anything that I do, any of the training that I provide, well, skip ahead a couple of minutes, okay? So just use a little scroll bar down the bottom, skip ahead, because this is for people who want to learn how to do the things that I do. Now, you know that there's two things that I've been showing you publicly here. For a very long time, I've been showing you the time elements of the market. And for the last couple of weeks to months, I've been showing you the cycles element of the market, okay? And especially as we go down now into the weekly cycles and also in the future down to the daily cycles. So I do have an offer that I have put out for some of you, and I have opened this up to an early bird list for a few days. So everyone who's in that early bird list has already been given access to this link, and there are definitely dozens of seats left. So we're doing this for 100 people. Okay, so 100 people who want to get in, they can join us. Okay, now this is an expensive course. Okay, relative to getting information for free online, relative to watching a free YouTube video, this is expensive. Okay, it's 1,995 Australian dollars. What does that mean for you if you are from the US? This is probably like, I don't know, 1,200 US dollars or something like that. If you're from Europe, it might be around 1,200 bucks. I don't know what the euro to Aussie dollar is. I'm just giving you an idea. So the expected thing that we're going to be learning, should you join, is I'm going to be teaching you how to go through and pinpoint the highs and lows like I do, where I say, look, the market's likely to turn in the next 24 hours, or we're looking for a top or a bottom in this time frame. This is sort of the thinking that I have. And I'm going to explain why I have that process, why I have that thought process, and the method that I'm using to determine when these swings are going to come in. Now, I will tell you this for sure. You might be able to learn this in W.D. Gann's books. However, no one on planet Earth that I have seen has written about this publicly, nor have I seen any book that goes into this topic yet. Okay, and the only way to learn this is through word of mouth or attending someone's program that knows about this. I was fortunate enough to have attended a program close to a decade ago and learned this, and I had been using it ever since. And I last year, or between 2023 to 2024, started teaching a small group of people. I think we have people who joined the Time by Degrees program individually. I think we have about 40 people in that group. So if you consider the world population, if you consider even the population in your country, and then I say, look, only 40 people or 50 people or so who have joined the Time by Solar Degrees method understands this, and then turn that into a percentage, you can just see how limited this information is, okay? So the price point is high. Why? Because it's rare. And the price point is high also because it's an edge in the market that not many people have, okay? This is going to be your edge in the market. So some things I'm going to be teaching you is going through W.D. Gann's market timing methods. I'm going to show you the zodiac wheel and its place in financial forecasting. I don't show you this on YouTube for a reason, because I don't want to share this information publicly, okay? Critical degrees of the circle and why we use them. Counting time with solar degrees. How to use solar degrees to pinpoint tops and bottoms years in advance. I'm going to be going through my proprietary method, which I call the lazy man's method of forecasting, okay? I have shared this in the past with those who have joined the self-paced study program. I actually gave them this option. Okay, I taught them this one. So it is included in this one, the lazy man's method of forecasting. And I will also show you my method of how I use the weather as a confluence or predictor of market price action. Okay, this all ties in to the whole solar degrees, okay? So at the end of the event, the idea is that you're going to know how to produce a high-low predictive model days 2 weeks in advance. You're going to be able to say, look, these are the dates I'm watching, and then as we get into those, you're going to be able to watch the swings and be like, okay, the market's moving up, I'm now expecting a high, the market's moving down, I'm expecting a low, and it's going to occur around these dates. And once the low comes in, the next high is going to be around here. That's the sort of predictive model that we're producing. And if you've been following me for any time, you'll know that we have a moderate level of success with this. I like to say we have about 80% success rate with these turn dates being accurate. And that's because we're using natural laws or natural time cycles, okay? So should you wish to join, you might want to do so relatively quickly, because there is only 100 people that was going to be in this program, and that's for two reasons. First of all, I believe it's a decent amount of people to teach this to in one go, and that doesn't overcrowd me. It's worth my time as well. The event's going to go for around 6 hours based on GMT plus 10, so that might, I know in the US that starts at around maybe 4 p.m. in the afternoon and goes to around maybe 1 a.m. But just double check your time zone. It might be a nighttime event for you. You will be required to sign an NDA agreement. And finally, you don't need any prior knowledge on this. I'm going to teach you all the basics and how to do it. Though, I do want you to have a basic understanding of the markets and have your own entry-exit methodology, because I'm teaching you the time element of the markets. I'm not telling you when to get in and when to get out. That's still up to you to decide, okay? So this is going to be a one-time event. It's going to be live. It's going to be 6 hours. I have never done a live event like this before, especially for this duration of time online. So normally my live events have gone for an hour in the past, etc. But going for 6 hours, this is going to be jam-packed with tons of information, and also plenty of time for questions and answering and more examples, etc. But I'm going to prove to you that this can be done on any market, okay? So one of the other methods which I'm going to give you, which you can study, is an intraday high-low forecasting model, okay? This one needs a bit more of a leniency on how it works. I'm going to give you the method, and then you can play around with it and see if it works for you. So before I finish up, there are two options to do this with. You got the live session, then you got live session plus access to recordings and the home study program. First of all, if you're part of the Gann Mastery program, if you're part of the Time by Solar Degrees program, you don't need to pay to get access to this again. You'll automatically get access to recording. So you don't, if you want to join, you can join. However, once the session is over, I'll be uploading to the back end the recording of that one, okay? And securing it as we normally do. We do DRM protection securing to prevent the courses from being shared. So generally, only the people that come in can view it. That's just the way I've set it up. So option number one is you attend the day. Option number two is you attend the day, and or if you can't attend the day, you're going to get access to the recording and the at-home study guide, okay? So the course for at home. Now, if you add the extra 495 Aussie dollars on top, you're going to get access to this. It's going to come with all the tools included, okay? So you'll get everything, you'll get all the updates, etc. So this is basically buying the program plus joining the live session for an extra $495 if you see it that way. Otherwise, you can come join the live session, not a problem at all. Just remember, all in Aussie dollars. Now, when you put in your information and you click continue, this is for those who have a question and answer regarding split payments. I believe on the next page, if it's available to you in your country, etc., you will be able to see the option for split payment through Afterpay, Klarna, and things like that, okay? So those ones may be available to you in your area. If you see that option, it should pop up automatically as an option. You can go through, and I believe with Afterpay, you can pay it off within like 4 months or 2 months or something, and Klarna is like 8 weeks or something like that. So just look at their T's and C's, but those are available. So let's head back here, because we can see that this curve has advanced. We need to take it back to the 3rd, okay, because the 3rd started our week. Double checking, remember, the 3rd to the 9th is our period that we're analyzing, and we have GMT set to 0, okay, so GMT 0. Let's go in, 3rd to the 9th, should take us around here, and this was the curve. So both of them were pointing down into this time frame. The suggested curve that I had was that we would possibly break higher above the 2nd, okay? Again, when I say above the 2nd, I am talking Sydney time. So that's sort of how I do it. So this bar right here was the ending point. We didn't quite touch above the 2nd, we wicked higher, and then we began to fall for the remainder of the day. We have, though, broken, I believe we've broken the low of the 2nd, okay? So technically speaking, the 3rd, should the market change trend over the next couple of hours or so, should be a low instead of a high, and then we can track it into the next turn date. So as we can see, the curve starts to point up now. Now, if you had known this, if you had followed this, and you know, I've been tracking it for quite a while, for the most part, it gives us a very good idea of the likelihood of a bullish or bearish bias for the day ahead, the week ahead, etc. This is definitely some very interesting stuff that you can introduce into your trading methodology. A lot of people were buying this pump expecting that the Trump era was basically going to send Bitcoin back to $106,000. Yeah, that was basically the calls that were coming out yesterday. As we can see, straight back down to the $80,000 range, which is not too far off where this whole level here was coming in when mass fear was approaching us after our 21st top. Okay, as you can see, we've just come down, we've gone back up, and then back down again. We know that if we go forward in time from here, that the market is likely to push higher after a little while. However, you know, we take it as it comes, because let's go ahead and set this back. We take it as it comes because we just got to follow these swings. So that's all I have for you today. The link, okay, the link to this program I will put in the URL below, but essentially it's checkout.schoolofchange.com/time-buy-solar-degrees-live. That's it. That'll get you in. Once all the 100 people have joined up, this URL will be disabled. And also, as we go towards the end of the program, or towards the start of the program, I should say, this will also be disabled. So here's another bonus for you. Anyone who joins within 7 days, so that takes us from Australia the 4th to Australia the 11th. Anyone who joins within the first 7 days of the program going live, okay, they're going to be entered into a draw to get a full refund on their live session. Okay, so that one person is going to get a full refund on their live session. 2 people will be upgraded to access the recording and at-home study program. So that is what we're giving away, up to $6,000 worth of bonuses. To enter, you actually do need to pay. You actually need to join, okay? One person, so it doesn't matter which option you choose, okay? If you choose the 1995 live session, or if you choose the 24900 basically access here, if one person gets the live session ticket, okay, and they win, we're going to refund them $1,995. So that means your out-of-pocket expense for the event will be $495 if you've registered to this one here. If you've registered to this one here, you'll just get a full refund of the $1,995. 2 people, like I said, when they join, it doesn't matter which one you join. If you join the $1,995 one, we will upgrade you for free to the $2,490 one. Okay? If you paid for the $2,490 one, after the live event finishes, you'll see a $495 credit back to your bank account. So it doesn't matter which way we go, I'm giving away 1 of the live session and 2 of the at-home study programs, and also access to the recording of this event as a bonus for joining up, okay? But that's only if you come in within 7 days. So again, for those who are going to struggle to be able to afford this, just utilize the advantage of the Afterpays or Klarna if that suits your needs, okay, and that aligns with you. And also just remember that these are priced in Aussie dollars. So at the moment, we're looking at the 5th of April 2025. However, I will confirm this at least 1 week before the event goes live. 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is GMT plus 10 roughly. Location will be online. After you sign up, you'll be automatically enrolled into the seminar. So use your email address that you want to join the seminar with, because I will be automatically enrolling you into that location so that you can access our secure seminar portal. And I'll also be using that email address for you to sign the NDA agreement, so that by the time the seminar is live, you will have signed and returned the non-disclosure agreement. Okay, that's all I got, and I'll speak to you soon.